What we do here.
Yo, what up, guys? It's your boy Fade Junkie coming to you with another episode of Junkie Vision. And today we're gonna be going over a shadow fade and some of the tips and tricks that I use to get them done. So, guys, as you can see, for my first step, I use my Speedo guard number 0 as basically my midsection to my fade. As what I've learned throughout the years, this is basically gonna be where my fade is gonna stay dark. After my Speedo guard, I go straight into the wall lever open, use it as my half, basically the beginning of the shadow area. From there, we go to the wall guard number 3. I never pass a number 3, usually from 3 with any of my blends. I use shears or clipper over comb, anything above that. And I like to work my way down from the 3 to the 2, going from open down to close, working it basically to the next number. And as you can see, I go back to the Speedo guard, open her up, and leave basically where I left off in the beginning. I go with the Speedo closed, applying my first kind of stage in the fade, and then it's just reverse blending from there, guys. As you can see, I bring out the wall guard number 1, and I'm working my way down 3, 2, 1. Very simple, very easy. It's basically the wall steps that I used in the beginning to get my blends down. Okay, guys, so I know what you're wondering. From here you see me kind of bringing out a trimmer, but basically I use that trimmer to get down to my taper that's going to be in the back, and everything is just going to basically come together little by little. As you can see here, we are working with the andis cordless envies, going from the 1 guard down to the 0, the 0 basically being a half, as we all know. I blend that in with the wall system. So some people do watch me cut and kind of say that they see me using a lot of tools, but the method that I've found and the way the route and the road that I've taken to getting my blurry blends are using both tools. Both systems basically give me the cleanest fade and work out best for my strokes and techniques that I use to cut hair. Alright, guys, so as you can see, I come in with my Slimline Pro and start cleaning up the bottom of the blend. I kind of like to come in, you know, even on these shadow fades, I know it's not supposed to be balded, but at least just enough stubble for me to edge with my razor and my liners. So after the trimmer section, I come in with the Andes envies again, and I start knocking out that half area or shadow kind of space that you're gonna leave there to shape up and blend into the bulk. So yeah, guys, very simple. Somewhat can be confusing if you let it be, but if you break it down, it is basically welding 2 different styles into one, which give the best result, basically blurriness and the junkie vision. Before I forget, guys, if you can tell, I do brush a lot as I'm cutting the hair. For the beginners, I recommend it, highly recommend this technique, to make sure you can see what you're doing, because every time you apply pressure with the clipper when you're cutting the hair, it kind of moves the hair back up, and when you brush, it brings it back down so you can see what you're cutting. Guys, make sure, I enforce this strictly when it comes to anyone that I'm teaching or giving advice to in cutting hair or fading or whatever it be. Make sure you brush that hair, man. Keep your canvas clean. guys, so as we're coming closer to the end of the video, I do want to explain basically what I'm going through right here. Basically the motions of cleaning up my blend, polishing, as we say in the industry, your fade. Very important to go back and hit those areas, those target areas, little dips and wrinkles in the scalp to completely smooth out your fade. And I like to use my Slimline Pros for the front of the edge, basically the box area, and I go to my Wahl 8900 cordless trimmers to do the back of the beard and line the hook of the haircut, your C-cup area. If you do notice, I don't go all the way down with my trimmer as far as going into the beard, because I like to line that up basically freehand, freestyle with my razor. I feel like it gives the less irritation to your client and the cleanest lines and a lot more control within the curve. Alright guys, as you can see, one of my hidden little gems, little tricks that I use to ice out my blends. Yes, I do pull out the shears and the comb to kind of target certain areas that you just can't get to with the clipper. I feel, and what I've learned throughout the 7 years that I've been cutting, is that there's no control like the shears, man. There's no control within a blend, and you actually doing it manually, cutting each strand with the shears. Yeah, man, a lot of people shy away from it. Make sure you learn all your tricks, learn all your tools and all your aspects of barbering, because it does play a big factor at the end of the day when you sit that client in the chair. And no, I am not dry shaving. I did spray a little water before. It's what works best with this particular client for me to give that cleanest shave. No irritation, as you can see, no redness on the skin, straight, clean, sharp lines. Alright guys, that's to complete this episode of Junky Vision. Thanks for tuning in, and that's your boy's Shadow Fade. Thank you guys for watching.